All right, here we go. It's me again. It's the guy with no name. What I'm gonna do is give you the my picks for Week 12. Now it is Sunday morning, so three of these games have already gone off. So what I'm gonna do is just go over those results with you, with what I picked against what I picked. Very quickly, we're gonna get through this. Okay. The first game was Detroit at or Minnesota at Detroit. Um, the line was set at Detroit minus 1.5. The over under is 42. I went with Minnesota with the 1.5 and over. So the score was 13-16. This game was a kicking game basically. And Detroit actually comes out and win. I actually thought Minnesota's going to come out and straight up win this one. But no, I was wrong. It's pretty close. I mean, 1.5 was a small spread. I just thought the Minnesota would finally get back in gear, but that did not happen. So Detroit actually come from behind and wins. The story of their freaking season. Let's go to the next game. Washington at Dallas. Now Dallas, I figured Dallas would win. They were at home. They're a red hot team. Washington's doing pretty well too, though. But Dallas actually did go ahead and cover that, but it ended up being a push. Dallas was favored by 6. The over/under was 53. And the score was 26-31 in Dallas's favor. So that was 6 points on the dot. Dallas ended up being a statistical push. Of course, when you play in Vegas, it might as well be a loss because you lose the juice, right? 30, 40, 56. So it did go over. And that was that. So right now I have a loss and a push. Not looking so good if you're a gambling man. I'm not. Anyway, so let's go on. Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. Now, I did not know what had happened with Andrew Luck. He wasn't in the game. I did not know that. Was kind of wheezy about the line here being so high. Turns out that Andrew Luck was not in the lineup. So your results was 28 Pittsburgh, Indianapolis 7. Pittsburgh was an 8-point spread. The 49.5 was the over/under. This game did actually stay under. And Pittsburgh easily covers. I did pick Pittsburgh tentatively. I kind of eased into that pick, but I did not know that Andrew Luck was not in the lineup, and he's not. And he wasn't, and there was a huge difference there. Okay, let's go on to the noon games. The noon games are set to go off in a couple hours. I got plenty of time to get this uploaded, so hopefully so anybody who's watching will watch it and make a decision. San Diego at Houston. San Diego is a 2.5-point favorite. The over/under is 46.5. I'm gonna go with San Diego to win this one on the road. I know 2.5 points is not a huge big line, but when you're on the road, it kind of is. Just simply putting, I was looking through my history of the weeks and past and all that stuff. So I think San Diego does have enough to do this, even if they are on the road. I'm gonna go with the over. Just because, fireworks is more often than not the case in the NFL. Tennessee at Chicago. The line is Tennessee minus 6. 42 is the over/under. This is a low over/under, so I'm going to go with the over. And I think that Tennessee, they have been playing pretty good football, and they're going to be playing a team that's actually not pretty good, so being the Bears. 6 is kind of a big line, but I think that Tennessee will cover that against our Bears. And another note, Jay Cutler is not playing. That may actually be a good thing for the offense, but as we've seen before, the Bears would be able to drive the ball, but they will not get the 7 points. So Tennessee may actually take this one pretty easily, in my favor. In my opinion, Jacksonville at Buffalo. This had a hard time with this one. Buffalo is a 7.5-point favorite. The over/under is 45. The only reason I had trouble going with this one, I think Buffalo will win, but I was just going to see if Jacksonville has enough to keep it close. I decided at the end that yes, they will. Buffalo does have a tendency to put up points, about 20-something points, sometimes more. So I'm going to go with Buffalo to go ahead and cover Jacksonville. I don't think they're going to win, but yeah, like I said, I don't know if they're going to cover, and I picked them not to cover this game. And I think it's going to go over only because it's a low over-under. Cincinnati at Baltimore. This should be a hell of a game. These teams are always playing each other tight. It is the AFC North. Baltimore is a 3.5 point favorite. Over under is 40.5. So Baltimore being at home gets that standard 3.5. It's actually more. I think Cincinnati is just a better team, and I think they will take it. So I went with Cincinnati plus 3.5, and low 40 is very low, so it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go over. So that's what I think is gonna happen in that game. It's gonna be a hell of a game to watch. I hope. So I think I do want to go out there and watch that game for sure. Arizona at Atlanta. Atlanta is a what is that? 4.5 point favorite. 51 points is the over under. These teams have a tendency to put up some big time points. I'm gonna go with the under. Only because 51 is a really high number. And I am actually going to go with Arizona plus the 4.5. And I just think that Arizona in general is a better team. I really haven't been keeping up with who's off, what kind of injuries are out there. But yeah, I mean, I could be super wrong on this one. But like I said, I don't know what's going on with injuries in this game. San Francisco at Miami. Miami is a 7 point favorite. At home, 45 is the over-under. So I'm going to go with the over just because fireworks is what I'm expecting in the NFL in general. Miami minus the 7 points. Miami has been playing great football. San Francisco still has issues. They're not a very good team, and there's a lot of stuff going on with personnel and whatever. Who the hell's Kaepernick's in? Is he not? Is he this and that? Who gives a F? You still suck on the field. So I'm going to go with Miami to win this one at home by more than the 7 points. All right, Los Angeles and New Orleans. Now, I was taking a look at this game, too. I first thought that Los Angeles may be able to keep it close, but then I took a look. Again, Los Angeles puts up 10 points a game. They're not going to be able to keep up with New Orleans. So 45.5 is actually kind of a low over-under for this game, so I'm going to go with the over, and I'm going to take New Orleans to win by more than 7. I actually think that New Orleans is going to win by like 25 or something. So I would say this is a lock for me. I don't think I'm going to be wrong on this one, so that's pretty confident, huh? Yeah. All right. Let's go with the New York Giants at Cleveland. Now, Cleveland is still winless. They have 4 games left, so we'll see if they can win one. I don't think they're going to win it this week. Giants was favored by 7. 45 is the over-under. So I'm going to go with the Giants to win this one on the road and to the game to go over. Hopefully it will go over, and Cleveland does keep it close by scoring some points. I think I did hear RG3 is back. But that's just what I think. Okay, we're gonna go to Seattle at Tampa Bay. Seattle is on the road, but they are a 6 point favorite. 45 is the over under. I'm gonna go with Seattle to go ahead and win this one and cover. And it's gonna stay under only because I don't know why I put under, but it's kind of a mediocre over under. But Seattle, yeah, Seattle's a great team. They're still good. I mean, I think all that jazz with Russell and his leg, it's all over with. So they've been looking good to me. And Tampa Bay, although they do have some flashes, they're not very consistent. Carolina to Oakland. Oakland is a 3.5 point favorite. 49 is the over under. That's high. But I still want the over. These teams, I think Oakland can put up a lot of points. Carolina, well, I don't know. I guess they could if they want to, but they haven't done it this season. I'm going to go with Oakland to go ahead and win this one only because I am on the bandwagon. I'll give you that much, yes. But yeah, I think that Oakland is doing really good. They're probably one of the better teams, if not the best team right now in the AFC, which kind of says a lot, seeing that the Patriots are in there too. And we'll go on from that one. The New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Now, I went out on a limb on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the Jets will keep it close only because they usually do. and I went over. That's okay. Over 10 minutes. So the New England Patriots are favored by 8 points. 46 is the over under. I went with the Jets to keep it close. 8 is a pretty big line. And I went with the over because I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting the Jets just to keep it close. I mean, it's always a rivalry here thing, and that's probably more of a gut feeling. It doesn't have to do with personnel or anything else. So let's see if I'm going to be right on that one. But as I said, I went out on a limb. Don't expect, but that's just what I'm kind of hoping for, I guess. Kansas City at Denver. Denver at home, 3.5 point favorite. 39.5 is the over under. This is a very low over under, so we're going to go with the over. And Denver, 3 points, 3.5 points over Kansas City. Both teams are doing pretty well. The only reason that I did go with Denver to win and cover is because Kansas City. Is it Kansas City? Let me see. It was Kansas City. I think Kansas City. With Kansas City, I think they played in one of the island games. So Houston, Oakland, Washington, Green Bay, Philly. Well, I don't know. I just don't. I think is it Denver. I lost my notes here. What's going on here? Well, at any rate, yeah, I mean, I think Denver is at home and they should go ahead and win this game by those 3.5 points. 3.5 point spread. Green Bay at Philadelphia. Everybody is talking about how Green Bay is bad. Green Bay on the road. So, yeah, 47.5 points is the over-under. -3 Philadelphia. So Philadelphia 3.5 points at home. That's just your standard thing. But I think that will make the difference here, and I'm going to go with Philadelphia to win this one at home against the Green Bay team that is no longer impressive. So we'll see what happens here for week 12 results. Be back during the week, and we will go ahead and see what happened with these results. And take care. It's again me, the guy with no name.